I'm not going to hype these platforms up just to get clicks. The reality is some of these do pay in my experience, but none of them are. So I found 5 platforms that claim to pay you just for doing AI jobs from your laptop. And since I know a lot of you have been asking me about these, Outlier, Merkor, all of those, I decided to actually sign up and test them out for myself to see if they actually work. And in this video, I'm going to break down what my results were and whether you can actually make any real money from any of these platforms. So let's get into it. So let's start with the biggest name in the space right now, Outlier AI. This is one of the most talked about AI data annotation platforms out there. And basically what they do is they pay you to help train AI models. Things like rating AI responses, writing prompts, doing coding tasks, that kind of stuff. It goes from basic to complex tasks in your area of expertise. You have to come correct. So I created an account. And the first thing I want to show you is that getting in is not as easy as they make it sound, okay? You have to go through an application, and depending on the project, they'll ask you to take a skills test first. And I'll be honest, I actually failed the first one. It tests your writing quality and your attention to detail. And if you're not careful with your answers, it will kick you out before you even get started. But I did eventually get accepted into one of their projects. And once you're in, the dashboard is actually pretty clean. You can see the available tasks, how much each one pays, and roughly how long they'll take. For me, I was doing a task called conversation rating, basically reading AI-generated conversations and scoring them for quality. Now here's where it gets interesting. The pay is actually decent. We are talking anywhere from $15 to $100 per hour depending on the task and your skill level. And this isn't just me saying that. You can verify it on Trustpilot, where a good number of people have confirmed getting paid consistently through Outlier. So yes, this one does actually pay. That part is not up for debate. But here's the catch. The tasks are not always flowing the way you'd expect. You could log in one day and have a solid amount of work sitting there, and then the very next day, completely dry. Nothing. And that inconsistency is what makes it really difficult to treat Outlier as a dependable income stream. Now, I also want to say something that I think a lot of people are quietly noticing but not really talking about. Outlier has been around since 2023. And honestly, I think the AI training gold rush that made platforms like this so exciting in the beginning is starting to slow down. It doesn't mean the work has completely dried up. There are still jobs on the platform, but the onboarding process has become incredibly strict. It's tough, it's demanding. So if you're going into this expecting it to be easy, just manage your expectations going in. Okay, so this next one is Merkor, and I want to be very honest with you on this one because this platform has been sitting in my head for a while, and I have some thoughts that I think a lot of you are going to relate to. So first things first, let me show you the job marketplace, and the moment you start scrolling through it, one thing becomes very clear. This is not a platform for everyone. We're talking lawyers, oncology experts, investment banking professionals, biology PhD holders, internal medicine specialists. I mean, the list goes on. These are serious, high-level roles. And when you click on a job, it takes you straight to an application page where you submit your CV, which then gets evaluated by their AI system. So if your CV isn't strong, you're probably not getting through. Now, I went through the Trustpilot reviews on Merkor, and there are a lot of them. And here's where it gets interesting, because the picture is genuinely mixed. On the positive side, the majority of reviews are really strong. People are talking about competitive hourly pay, weekly payments that arrive on time, and flexible remote work that fits around their schedule. One reviewer said the platform literally saved them financially during a tough period. Another, a quantitative finance professional, said they've been able to apply their domain expertise in meaningful ways and that it's been one of the most intellectually rewarding experiences they've had. Remember, these are professionals. But then there are the concerns. One reviewer said that after going through endless rounds of assessments, onboarding tasks, platform setups, and qualification exams across multiple projects, they ended up with little to no actual paid work, hours of time and effort invested, with virtually nothing to show for it. And then there's one review that I think many people will find highly controversial. Their argument was this: how did the two founders with no completed degrees and limited traditional industry experience get to build an algorithm that decides whether a PhD holder or a finance professional with 20 years of experience is qualified enough? Just take a moment and think about it. This is really deep. Now here's my honest take. If you are a highly skilled professional, and I mean genuinely highly skilled with a strong CV and real domain expertise, and you manage to get through their process, the pay is reportedly very good. But if you're going in hoping it'll be easy, or you're not quite at that professional level yet, you just might end up not getting paid as well. Merkor is real. It pays, but it is very selective. Well, Merkor is currently hiring voice AI research participants from East and West Africa. So far, they've hired about 128 persons, and they pay around $10 to $20 per hour, which is quite low compared to other regions. Anyway, I'll leave a link to the voiceover jobs for easy access. Check it out, upload your CV, and go through the entire process. You should be accepted. Voice training is one of the easiest gigs available here. Now this one, DataAnnotation.tech, is one that I really want to talk about carefully because the story here is more complicated. Let me be straight with you. This platform is real and it has genuinely paid people serious money. I went deep into Reddit about this, and the numbers people are throwing around are not small. One person said they made $40,000 on the platform. Another said they've made over $80,000 and have been there for almost 3 years. So yes, DataAnnotation.tech has paid people. That part is confirmed. But here's where it gets interesting. If you're thinking about jumping on this platform right now, the experience for new people getting on board today, it's a completely different story. I came across a Reddit thread where someone shared their experience as a brand new user. They passed the onboarding quiz, which by the way they described as challenging and time-consuming, got a few initial tasks, completed them, reported their time, and then nothing. No more tasks, no explanation, just silence. And that seems to be the experience of many newcomers in the comment section. Now, the long-term users in the same thread, their experiences seem much more positive. One person said they've been on the platform for 3 years, have access to over 100 projects, and have had 0 issues. So clearly, for people who are already established within the system, it works, and it works well. I have the impression that OG accounts get prioritized on the platform. So what does all of this mean for you? DataAnnotation.tech feels like a platform that rewards people who got in early and built up their track record. But if you're just discovering this platform and expecting to start making good money quickly, it's important to manage your expectations, okay? Right now, work is limited, competition is high, plus communication from the platform can be poor. As said earlier, the platform does pay, but breaking in as a newcomer is quite difficult at the moment. Okay, so this next one is called Micro One, and I want to be upfront with you. I actually tried to get into this platform myself. So what happens is, when you go to their website, you can actually browse through their job marketplace and scroll through available opportunities. And if you notice, it's not just highly technical roles. Yes, there are coding, engineering jobs, and all of that. But there are also opportunities for people with skills like writing, communication, content creation, and even audio work. So don't count yourself out just because you think you're not technical enough. Now here's how it works when you want to apply. You click on a role that interests you, and it takes you to a page where you fill in your details, your name, email, CV, all of that. Straightforward enough. Then they send you a link for an AI interview. And yes, you heard that right. You get interviewed by an AI. The AI is called Zara, and it asks you questions based on the role you applied for. Now, I went through this process myself, and I'll be honest, I failed the interview. It felt strange, maybe because I wasn't prepared. The questions were a bit unusual. The time pressure was real, and honestly, it just didn't go the way I hoped. But they did tell me I could retake it. And from what I've seen online, I'm not the only one who feels that way. Now, the question here is, does it pay? Of course, yes, but only if you pass the interview. This person said they worked for them for about a month doing audio work and got paid $15 an hour, and they were paid via PayPal. Another person said they did about 5 days of work for OpenAI through Micro One and got paid around $2,600. If you ever want to try this AI jobs platform, I think Micro One is your best shot. And here's something worth noting. Micro One currently sits at a 4.7 rating, which is actually a strong signal. That's not a number you typically see on a scam project, okay? Anyway, Micro One is real, it does pay, plus the hourly rates can be genuinely impressive. but the AI interview process makes it a bit frustrating. However, if you have strong skills and the patience to navigate the process, it might just be worth your time. Another one on the list is Turing, okay? If you come over here, you can see that there are quite a lot of jobs available. I think there are about 200 jobs that you can actually search through. And of course, they're always adding new openings. Now, one thing I'll always say is this: go with your skill set. We have software roles, data and AI, science, business, finance, healthcare, and many more categories. So make sure you're applying for roles that actually match your skills, because you don't want to waste your time applying for jobs that don't match your skill set. There are a lot of opportunities here. Some of them even require you to be a PhD holder. That's interesting, but obviously not all, okay? For example, this is a video and image annotation role. At the time I'm making this video, they're actively recruiting for this position. So if you're interested, you might want to check it out and submit an application. Now, once you click on a job listing, it takes you to here where you can learn more about the role and understand how the whole process works. The good thing is that you can apply from anywhere in the world. It's not restricted to people in the United States. So if you're shortlisted, you'll complete an assessment, and after that, you'll move on to an interview. And once you pass the interview, you can start earning. And of course, Turing doesn't pay as much as some of the other platforms that offer very high-paying AI jobs. They don't pay the most, okay? But I can tell you that getting into Turing is generally much easier than getting into other platforms. So yes, I think this is definitely one you should give a try. And like I said, they're currently recruiting for video and image annotation roles. So if you don't have highly technical or complex skills, this could be a good option for you. Just sign up, apply, and go through the process. So yeah, that's basically it. Now, based on everything I've seen so far, here's how I'd rank these platforms and why. Out of the 5 I've mentioned, if you're based in the US, Outlier is probably your best option. Their hiring seems to be heavily focused on US workers, and from what I've gathered, they actively recruit recent college graduates and other qualified candidates across the country. Now, if you're outside the US and thinking about using a VPN to get around the location restrictions, I wouldn't recommend it. Outlier has been tightening its policies around VPN usage, and you just might run into problems later. Next up is Merkor. Merkor accepts applicants from all over the world, but the biggest challenge is getting through the skills assessment. The assessment can be pretty demanding, but if you pass it, it's worth it. As for DataAnnotation.tech, I personally wouldn't prioritize it. There are simply better platforms to spend your time on right now. Then we have Micro1. Micro1 is another solid choice. The main hurdle is the AI interview process. If you can successfully pass that stage, you've already overcome the hardest part, and the same goes for Turing. You can also check out these platforms. They're paying as well and may be worth exploring depending on your experience and location. If you find this video super helpful, please hit the like button and click on the subscribe to stay connected, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.